Hey everybody, what's happening? It's your girl Rich Ant, and I'm back with another time lapse video. This one's going to kind of be a little bit. This one is basically a digital painting. However, you'll see a little bit of a camera shot. Just me working on it from another camera view instead of the screen recording. So, yeah, this is basically just a quick process, just to kind of give you a rundown of what I'm doing. I'm redoing some of the pages from a coloring book that I published a few years back. So I'm redoing them. I guess you can kind of say remastering that coloring book, because the first coloring book when I launched it was actually hand drawn, like on traditionally, and then scanned in to photo editing software, and I kind of tightened it up a little bit in my photo editing software. But this process is done now with my iPad and the app Procreate, where I can tighten it up and make things look symmetrical and things like that. So that's what you're seeing now. Let me get into where I've been, because I know that I always say that I'm going to be consistent and then I fall off with something. But, life happens, and life's definitely been happening these last 2 years. 2020 was like, for everyone in the whole world, was experiencing the same thing at the same time for the most part. We're all on lockdown, people getting sick, and so it's still crazy, because there are still places where it is just crazy. It's still crazy here in the States, but it's like really crazy in some other places where they don't even have hands on the vaccine. So my prayers and thoughts go out to them, and I try to donate when I can to different causes that are helping to make sure that these people have proper medical supplies and things like that. But yeah, I feel kind of helpless in that regard. I mean, these are whole other countries, But anyway, 2021 is like I said, it's a continuation of 2020, so it seems. But I will say, before I go into everything, it's still, at least my own personal life, it's still pretty charmed, considering. Unfortunately, though, this past February, my father passed away, and I think the last video I uploaded on this channel was a digital painting that I did dedicated to him, and my siblings are in that painting, and I gave that painting to all of them. Well, I had it printed, and I printed it out and gave it all of them. But so that was heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching, and I still grieve. I have my moments where I feel like yuck. Then it passes. But then as soon as you finally feel like you're getting your footing and things are getting back kind of to some sense of normalcy, for what life is in a pandemic, my daughter, contracted the virus, and she got really sick. She was really sick for her to be a young person. She's in her 20s. And luckily, thankfully, I am just so grateful that she didn't stay sick long. That, I think, has to do with the fact that she is a young person, and a healthy young person at that. So although she was down for the count and I was her caregiver, she, thank God, was not sick for weeks, like I've heard some people say they've been. Some people even ended up with pneumonia because of it. And I'm just grateful that was not the case. She was down for, I would say, about a week and a half. But whew, it was rough, because not only are you taking care of a sick person, but you're also constantly trying to make sure that you're tracing your steps, that you're being cautious, that you're being safe, that you're sanitizing everything, that, it's just all of that. And then you're dealing with the anxiety of COVID is in this house, and you don't want to get it, you don't want anyone else to get it, you're masked in your own home, like double masked in some instances, and so you're constantly using Lysol and bleach and throwing away stuff because I'm usually not a person who uses paper products a lot, but you just want to sort of worry about washing this dish or that dish or using paper plates and everything. So just the anxiety behind that still, even when you're not physically doing something, just thinking like every time you get a little sniffle or something because of sinuses or whatever, you're like, who's that? Why am I sniffling? So I'm glad that's over. She's back to work. She's doing fine. I've had my first vaccine shot and I have my next one in 2 weeks. And unfortunately, it's not before I do a paint and sip gathering that I'll be, hosting. But it's an outdoor event, so I feel good about that. And I'll still wear my mask, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. It's just been kind of a little bit of a whirlwind so far this year. And now I'm back to creating content more consistently. So a lot of times when I do, I'm addicted to this Procreate. Let me just say that first. I love it. This was a gift, the iPad Pro. I have the 2020 11-inch iPad Pro, and it's just amazing, I don't know if it's the iPad or just the fact that Procreate is just so intuitive, and I really love it. I love it. I'm definitely a fan now of digital art, even though I used to poo-poo it, like traditional art is the best art. Oh my God. And like that, you can undo your mistakes. You can't just problem solve. I can't believe I was ever someone who felt that way, but I did, and I stand corrected. Digital art is very much still fine art, and now it's like the hottest thing, everyone's trying to create NFTs and things like that, but I don't even know a whole lot about that. I just know I've read enough stuff to say it's bad for the environment, so I'll pass. But anyway, yeah, so I'm addicted to this. I've pretty much been doing mostly this type of content as far as being active on my TikTok and on my Instagram channel page. And I'm still writing. I even noticed like recently, someone started my story from the beginning, and so I'm getting these notifications about, earlier parts of the story. It's so funny to see, like, I kind of cringe because I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know a lot back then as far as Photoshop and editing, and I didn't proofread or didn't have a proofreader, and, just different things. So I cringe at those parts of the story, but it is what it is, At least now they'll get to see the process and the evolution as well. Same thing with art, I look back some of my old stuff, and although I don't dislike it, I definitely see the evolution. And that's kind of where I am right now with my art process. I'm ready to kind of explore and tap into different styles or concepts or ideas, and most of them I think I can probably execute digitally, just so that if I don't like it, it's not like I've used up all these art supplies and now I have this big old painting that I'm not happy with. And although that process still has its place in my heart, oh, absolutely it does. I love traditional art, but I think what I like about this is the ones that I really love the most, that I want to see, like, to come, maybe see in my painting style. I can say, okay, I like this concept, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on canvas, Or, cool thing about digital art is you can always have it printed, and then, maybe embellish it. and that can enhance it in different ways. There's so many things you can do with it, and I'm really excited about exploring all the different ideas I have in my head with this medium. So yeah, we're in May, so I know it's May 1st while I'm doing this recording, but tomorrow I'll actually probably do my first mermaid, and then I'll probably sometime, catch up and do it. Maybe I'll do, if I have time tomorrow, I'll do 2 mermaids to make up for today not having been done. And so I'm trying to do mermaid. I don't know if I'm going to do every day, but I'm definitely going to try to do at least, 3 a week. I think that's enough for me, considering I have so many other things that I'm trying to do, like run this online business, get prints orders out to people, and write my story. I have a lot of readership, that does enjoy that, and exercise, because I'm trying to lose weight, because I'm just getting fatter and fatter, and I'm starting to really feel the effects of that. Everybody's body positivity, but no one wants to talk about the fact that when you start pushing 50 and you got all that weight on you, that your body is naturally not built to, your heart is not designed to pump and work that hard, pump that much blood through your body, working that hard. And I'm starting to feel it. I'm feeling it. No, there's no start. I'm feeling it. And my knees are feeling it. So I'm working on that. But that's what I've been up to. So I'm going to probably wrap up this voiceover because I'm using a Clubhouse DJ to have this music playing in the background. So I'm trying to hurry up before they start talking again. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Grace and peace. Thanks.